So today I was in the gym. It's a very, very good workout, very tough set. I'm in the middle of incline bench press or something like that, and I walk up to get some water because I totally forgot to bring my like huge jug. So I didn't have enough water basically. Did I kill it? I did. I grabbed the microplastic Ozarka bottle and I asked the guy, "Hey, how are you? Can I buy this real quick?" He's in the middle of something. It looks like a lady signing up for a gym membership, and he looks to her real quick. He's like, "Hey, yeah, I'll be right back with you." And he's in front of me. There's a scanner right here. There's a computer here, and he's there. And I have the bottle of water right here. And he's going to make me wait. Whoever, like, I don't even know how long at this point. I don't know. Probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, a minute too long. And so I say, "Hey, I'm right here. I have a set that I'm in the middle of. Do you mind just scanning this? My card is on file." I said it super politely. I didn't say it like a Karen or anything. But he like looked at me and he like huffed a little bit. He's like, oh, scanned it. And then I just walked away within 10 seconds. And I know some people are going to be like, "Why are you freaking out? It's just, dude, it's only a minute." And this is the problem. If someone stole $1 from you, or $10 from you, or $100 from you, you would be mad. You'd be really mad, right? They don't print more time. They print money every single day. They print money all the time. People make money in their sleep. Literally. Your time is valuable. You cannot get it back. It is finite. So I've cultivated a list of things for you watching to better manage your time, be more savage about your time, etc. So the first thing that I want to talk about, if somebody wastes your time, you should be very angry. You should be so mad. And internally, you have to learn how to deal with that anger. You can't, go around being mad all the time. And you don't want to be the person that just like gets pissed off if somebody is talking to you, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about just in general. Because people walk around just letting anybody and everyone ramble a little bit too long or miss the call or miss the dates or whatever. If somebody misses a date with me, for example, like a girl that I'm interested in, I never speak to them again. One, because it's just setting a really bad precedent, horrible first impression. I have much higher standards for myself. But three, you wasted my time. That's all. I could have been doing literally anything else. I didn't have to. I could be posting YouTube videos. I could be scripting. I could be thinking about my business. I could be doing X, Y, and Z. That's exactly why. When somebody is intentionally wasting your time and trying to take time away from your purpose, you need to get angry. You need to get very angry. And not angry specifically and explicitly at them, but get angry at the notion that there was a version of you that even accepted that that kind of stuff was okay. It's not okay. And it's not cute, it's not attractive, it's not interesting, it doesn't make you quirky, it's just not cool. Go to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time for the most part, like 85 to 90% of the week. So for example, for me, I love to go to bed at 9:30, possibly sometimes 10, and I like to wake up at 5:30. Sometimes there's variance, right? So I might go to bed at 10, like I said, and I wake up at 6 because I like to get the full 8 hours. It doesn't have to be 8 hours. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 6, honestly, these days. A lot of times it's 6. But I like to be in the routine of just taking that time for myself because I know sleep is extremely important. If I don't get the amount of sleep that I need, then I'm going to be wasting my time trying to take naps and catch up on sleep. I'm going to be wasting my time feeling groggy and not being locked in on my content and my meetings and all the other things that I have to do. I'm going to be wasting my time instead of just taking the time for myself in the first place and just going to sleep. A lot of people do not sleep correctly. I don't know what this is about. Maybe I'm just an anomaly. I love sleep. People invite me out at midnight. Girls will literally hit me up at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Bruh, I'm dead asleep. Phone, D&D. The cucumbers, been on my eyes. I'm crashed out, okay? I'm not answering any calls. And if I see you called me at 3 a.m. on some sneaky link stuff, you're getting blocked anyway. So this is the kind of stuff that you have to be more savage about, right? Like the fact that somebody even thinks that you can be a sneaky link, that they can call you at 3 a.m. It's insulting. It's a little bit insulting, actually. Because the right type of person, and this is kind of a segue, the right type of person understands that your time is valuable and their time is valuable. You guys should meet at a proper hour if you guys are actually serious about anything. If not, what is the 3 a.m. phone call about? Why is your friend calling you to go to the club at 12:02? Like, go to bed. Just go to bed. Plan the day ahead. So you can get one of these things. I love my journals. I'm actually reading the script off the journal today. It's very simple. Here is my expertise tip. You take a pen, you bullet point, and you just write. That's it. Don't do the fancy things. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do a checklist. Literally just brain dump. Like, here are all the things that are on my mind about what I need to do tomorrow. So for me, for example, I know I want to post this YouTube video. That could be a bullet point. I know I really want to go to, I have a facial appointment. I want to put that. Just make sure I don't forget. Things like that, right? Make sure that you are constantly uploading and updating your internal save is what I like to call it. Like, you know, if you play like PlayStation back in the day, you're basically updating your internal save. So every single time that you go to bed and you wake up, you're like, oh yeah, like I do remember, like I was at this part of the game, right? Like this is a game basically. So start to think of life that way. Have a morning routine and stick to it. So this is one of my favorite ones that I really like to talk about a lot. My morning routine can vary. Sometimes when I'm very locked in, it looks like wake up, pray slash meditate, deep work. If I really want to start going harder in the gym, it looks like wake up, pray, meditate, gym. In this phase of my life, it looks like wake up, pray, meditate, cold shower, journal, and then I need to start, you know, scripting videos and then learning about other skills that I've been learning about recently. I'm in a learning phase, right? So deep work is very important to me right now, but it's not as important as just learning things and absorbing them and then actually putting them into practice. So that's the phase I'm in right now. But you notice there's kind of this like cycle, right? So like prayer, meditation, journaling for me is something that has always kind of been like this holy trinity. I don't get to journal every single morning, which is something that I'm trying to work on. But those safe states I told you about, usually I am at least looking at my journal. And then I love gratitude as well. So I think in the morning you should be trying to write down three things that you're just grateful for. It could be anything. It could be I'm just grateful for myself and the sky and my family. That's it. You don't have to overthink it. Some people love to go very deep with it. I don't really recommend that you do. I just really like the habit and the practice of being grateful for something. And that is a form of journaling. So that is one of my favorite ways. Okay, number 4 or 5, I don't know. Cut off time wasting people. I'm sorry, you got to do it. You got to do it at some point. The time wasters in your life, the reason they're so bad, not bad people, but bad for you, is because it compounds. I love my sister. I love her to death. I know whenever my sister's gonna call me, it's gonna be a very long call. So sometimes I will literally text her, hey, can I call you right back? Can I call you at this time? Can I call you at this time? When I'm like in my like relaxed state where I can actually just afford to listen to my sister like rant about something, right? The reason that I do that is because if I let her do that, I'll let my mom do that, and I'll let my friend do that. Then I let the random guy down the street do that. How many hours in the day did I waste? And the reason we care about this is if you could like walk around again with like a journal and just tally every single time somebody wasted your time and you looked at it at the end of the day, you'd be shocked at the amount of not minutes, hours that you could have dedicated to something else, your purpose, your craft, whatever. Your wife, your house, your business, anything. It could have been anything. And I find a lot of guys and women struggle with the idea of just being more selfish with their time. I don't even like to call it selfish. It's my time. It's just mine. I don't need to give it out to anybody actually. If I give you my time, it to me is so sacred. It is valuable. It is something that I really just genuinely want people to understand when they talk to me. So, time wasting people by definition are people I don't want to hang around. When we talk about manifestation and all these things on this channel, which we're going to get very very deep into in this arc. But when we talk about these things, understand you're always talking about a future version of yourself that does not yet exist in this current reality, but exists in another reality, and you have to think about how they would act, right? So if your future version of yourself is somebody worth $50 million, they're going to be treating time like it's the most precious and most scarce asset in the world. Any and everybody they talk to, they're looking at it through that lens. And we have to kind of start to think about ourselves like that in the presence. If you give people an inch, they will take a mile. So be savage about who you even hang out around. Have do not disturb on your phone at least 8 hours a day. For me personally, sometimes I wake up and around like 7:30, it's like on D&D until like, what time is it now? 5, 6? That's 6. I can turn it off now, right? Like this is like my time usually. Like around this time, I'm usually just recording or I'm at the gym or I'm like eating. It's like pretty like low maintenance. I'm still doing things and I like to be doing things until I usually go to sleep. That's kind of like the mindset that you have to have with the D&D. It's like you should literally leave people on red sometimes, not all the times, but you should leave them on red with intention, not because like, oh, like I'm playing the game or your ego or whatever, right? Like don't do that. That's weird. That's a little bit cringy, and it feels like the people that do that kind of stuff just need to grow up. But like you're leaving them on red with intention. Like I'm going to respond to this person, but like right now in this moment, they texted me at like 11:30 p.m., which is lunchtime for most people. I'm either eating lunch or I'm like in deep work, which for me, usually I'm in deep work by that time. I don't want to be disturbed by anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to work. That's just kind of how I view that. But, you know, of course, different folks and different strokes. The next one that I have is turn your time into opportunity. Probably the most important on this list. Let me make sure. Oh, no, second most. Take time and turn it into opportunity. I'll give you a very good example of this. Perfect example, actually. If I go to the movies for 2 hours and watch a film, I love films, by the way, and I'm just out of commission, that's okay. But if I were to take that same exact time and put it into my business, think about this. Just humor me for 2 seconds. Take it into my business and I create a campaign and I run ads. I sent an email blast, 2 hours. I generated how much money? So instead of watching the movie, which I'm sure it's a great movie, I think the new movie I really want to see is Backrooms. I need to check that out. Instead of watching that 2 hour movie, I generated income for myself. There's a version of myself that generated literally like thousands of dollars instead of doing this, right? Sometimes the opportunity cost of wasting your time is too high. So think about things in that nature as well, because the people that don't understand going to the bar every evening, I used to like work at bars and stuff and work at restaurants back in my college days. People that don't understand the opportunity cost of wasting their time like that, every single evening they're at the same bar or the same restaurant. They're regulars, is what they call them. The amount of time wasted, again, if you compound it, it's scary. There are people literally that should be multi millionaires that have changed their family's entire life that are not, because they're too busy sitting at the bar, joking around, drinking a brew or whatever they call them these days. I don't even know. I don't go to bars. So take your time, turn it into opportunity as soon as you can, whenever you can. That leads me to my most important point. Take time for yourself. Like we said, with the D&D and everything, that's a little bit different. That's when, you know, you're working and stuff. When you're on D&D, for the most part, I assume it's just because you don't want to be disturbed. But there is a time to be disturbed, and there's a time where you need to relax. And for me, that time usually is around like 8. You know, I love like 7:30, 8, just like winding down, writing, eating, just, you know, catching up with people, talking, like just not taking anything too seriously. And me personally, I like that kind of like ebb and flow of like just like waking up, like locking in, gym, deals and calls and all that stuff. It's crazy. It's hectic. There's so many people to talk to. It gets chaotic. So when you have that time to yourself, and maybe you're somebody that doesn't have like a lot of things going on, that's fine, because you're going to take your time and you're going to find things to do, right? That's the whole point of this video. But having that time to yourself after war, after a chaotic day, that is the best thing and the best reward that you can possibly have. Having that intentional hour with your girlfriend, with your family, with your dog, with your friends, having that time that you intentionally took out, that to me is worth way more than like 5 hours of scattered attention. You know, like, again, it's all about perspective and reframing things. So what did we learn today? We don't like niggas that waste our time. We just don't. Hopefully you're at the same conclusion that I'm at. Maybe if you're not mad, I hope that you get mad. Don't direct your anger towards other people. Direct it at yourself, and then forgive yourself, and then be better. Don't let people waste your time ever. I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all stay beautiful. Peace.